Tonight in Phoenix, they'll need solid goaltending. They've had it all year on the road from Wendell Young, and tonight, Wendell faces the top offense in the IHL.
Well, Wendell certainly has jumped out and played very well on the road this season. 9 of his 11 wins have come on the road, so tonight he's got to be sharp. The Phoenix team here is a very transitional team. They go from the defense to the offense very good. They move the puck well. They've got some speed, and they've got some great scoring, and they're number 1 in the league in goals for.
And they've got the 2 top scorers in the league. Look for them to fly tonight. We're talking about Yannick Perreault and Rob Brown.
Well, Yannick Perreault certainly is. He's number 1 scorer in the IHL this season, and he's on a 17-game point streak right now. And I'll tell you, he's just flying and looking very, very good. Tough to stop. Also, they've got Rob Brown. He's the number 2 scorer in the league, and he's on an 11-game streak right now, JP. And he just got sent down from the Los Angeles Kings because he was recalled at the end of the lockout. So he's looking forward tonight to coming back and maybe showing the Kings that he indeed could certainly help their team offensively.
One sour note before we get started. Al Secord will miss his 2nd straight game because of flu-like symptoms. It's the Wolves and the Roadrunners, though, next from Phoenix. Tonight's Chicago Wolves game is sponsored in part by Checkers, one taste in your hours. And by Nissan, the official import car of the Chicago Wolves. And by Continental Light, more airline for your money. Welcome back, everyone, to Phoenix. Just in time for our national anthem. We'll go down to ice level. And there you have our national anthem. We get set for hockey. Wendell Young trying to get the Wolves back on the right track. He's got that winning overall record, a winning road record, which is very important to have, especially when you're going up here against a Phoenix team that will be testing him from all angles. Byron Dafoe has been tested a lot this year. In fact, he leads the IHL in total number of saves. A great record that he has. He's coming off of a 4-0 shutout win the other night on Wednesday here in this building against the San Diego Gulls. Gene Ubriaco, well, let's hope he has a better look on the bench tonight, Bobby, than he had last night. You could tell last night he knew it was not going to be the Wolves' night.
Well, I think right from the start of the game, he sensed that his team didn't have it in them last night, and they certainly proved that as the game went along that they didn't play well at all.
Rob Laird is the head coach on the opposite side for Phoenix, 39 years of age. He is the Roadrunners' 5th coach in the last 6 years. We're getting ready for hockey in Phoenix. Your referee for tonight's action, Brad Meyer. Bill Boyce and Tony Knowles are the linesmen. And let's play hockey from Phoenix. Kevin McDonald in the starting lineup got a nice ovation. He used to play here for 4 years. 3 years he was the captain. It's dumped into the Wolves zone. Young sticks it around the boards. Molte clears it out. Backpedaling. Straub on defense with Chapman for the Roadrunners. Phoenix dumps it in behind Wendell Young. Rivers and McDowell are the Wolves defensemen. Bundlin is out there with Molte and Harkins now. Off the steal, Bilesma coming through, centering pass, save Wendell Young. And you know that Phoenix is coming, but you don't want them to come this early. You expect the odd man rushes, but Chicago's got to do a better job. That was an Achilles heel last night, Bob. Their play in their own end.
Yeah, they stood around flat-footed a lot last night, and so far tonight they get caught on an odd man situation right off the hop. They got to make sure they stay out of trouble like that, because this is a team that can certainly capitalize on that.
Straub will play it back. Snell will give it up. Snell is the highest scoring defenseman in the IHL. Wolves try to change up here on the fly. They've got a whole new unit out now. McReynolds is busted up. Courtney Roberts tried to spring Courtney, right idea, but he didn't get the pass to him. Now it's Snell. Good pass on the right side. There's Tomlinson on his off wing looking for McReynolds. You know, we've not seen Perreault and that unit with Brown. Not yet, anyway. Behind the net, McReynolds. Now it's Courtney giving it up. On the attack on this near side, Davidson couldn't get free. Lee Davidson has 5 goals in the last 3 games. Phoenix will take it. Across the line, Vesey dropping it off, taken away by the Wolves, and they just dump it. 18-17 to go here in the opening period. One of the things Chicago wants to do is slow down Phoenix. They don't want to play at Phoenix's tempo. Here's Rob Brown and Yannick Perreault. Perreault shot it wide. Gillingham picked him up at the last moment. Nice check. Teddy Crowley. Centering pass is blocked. Right out in front. And Wendell Young is there. We may want to make note of that Ted Crowley check, our checker's check of the game, but we hope to see a lot more checks coming up. Hopefully. Long one, down ice. It hops right through the crease of Wendell Young. They'll call it back with the icing, but it was helter-skelter. As soon as Brown and Perreault got together, look out.
Well, it was a quick change right there, and we talked about it in the opening about the transition. And right there, Phoenix shows that they can jump from the defense to offense in a quick hurry. But also right here, you're going to see something that you didn't see a lot of last night. And that was a defenseman on the Wolves right here, Ted Crowley, laying the big hit on. And last night, they did a lot of sweep checking, stick checking. And right there, Chevalier gets rocked right there by Ted Crowley. And it's good to see early in the hockey game, your defenseman getting involved and taking the body.
That's one way to slow down the speed of Phoenix. Crowley shoots it in. It goes wide of goal. Crowley leads the Wolves defenseman with 8 goals. Hasn't had one, though, in a while. Behind the net. Wolves look to center it out. Timmy Berglund has played in every Wolves game this year. No one else can make that claim for Chicago. Out to Gillingham. Wrist shot went wide. To the right circle. Shot taken by Duffy was blocked. He scored a great goal in last night's game with San Diego. In the corner. Nice hit against Breslin. That rocked the house. That was Steve Wilson's check. 4 players go after it. It goes to Breslin behind the net. Tim Breslin to the far corner. 17 minutes to go. First period. Good pace to this one. No score. Right in the slot. Nobody there except for Wilson. Here's that transition. Rob Brown leads it. Perreault joins. Brown trying to play it across. It's blocked. Cleared by Duffy. And then Duffy got checked. Chicago trying to come back. Lotte's in offside as it's shot right back into the zone.
Well, the Wolves have to be patient. Right there, Tim Breslin throws a blind pass out in front and sets the transition in motion for Phoenix. Can't afford to do that, especially with Perreault and Brown on the ice.
Centering pass. Here's Snell at the center point, and he didn't get good wood to it. A chance in front. Wide. McDonald ties up his man well. Off the glass up high. Molte lets it go, and Chapman lets him go with a late hit. All the way down ice. Phoenix with it. 3-0-1 in their last 4 games here. 6-1-1 in their last 8 overall. Rivers off the boards. Taken on that far side by Rolachek. His first shift since December, early December, in a game against Milwaukee, December the 7th. Dressing tonight in place of Marion Cassier. Off a deflection, it's coming all the way back. They're going to indicate icing. It's waved off. Young leaves it for Rivers around the far boards. And one of the linesmen took a fall as it's cleared back the other way. 15:34 to go. A noisy crowd here in Phoenix. They're psyched for this one. And a good crowd as well. Davidson fires it, knocked down by Defoe. Along the left boards, Phoenix trying to come out. Kemper dumps it back in. Davidson being tied up. It goes left side to Levine. Tomlinson. Quick pass back. Look out, here comes Phoenix. On the attack, McReynolds dropping it off, and there's Nardella. Nardella looking. He has Courtney in front of him, and Courtney was bumped offside. And finally, we get a whistle, and play is stopped. It's still scoreless with 15:04 remaining in the first. A reminder that the Wolves will be on Sports Channel quite a bit in the upcoming days. Next Saturday against Detroit, 7 p.m. live start time. Friday the 10th at Milwaukee. That's a late start. And Sunday, February 12th at home against Cleveland. Also a late start. And your home for Wolves hockey, Sports Channel Chicago. Bob McGill, a good start to this period.
Well, both clubs come out skating very hard, taking the body. It's a very great atmosphere here in this rink, and I'll tell you, so far I like the Wolves the way they've come out. They've laid the body on a few times. They've worked hard in the corners, and certainly it's a lot different story from last night right off the hop, and it's definitely a good sign, JP.
There's the record we spoke about earlier. Phoenix has been one of the hotter teams of late, and they're coming back off that shutout. They only faced 18 shots. Tough to win when you only have 18 shots, although last night San Diego did well with 5 goals, if you remember, and 14 shots. But the Wolves got to forget about that game, and so far, first 5 minutes, they seem to have forgotten about it.
Yeah, I think they've come out certainly, and they can't dwell on things like we talked about before. They've just got to come out and do their jobs, because it's an opportunity here for a great 2 points on the road.
Kemper, collision there. Loose puck, Phoenix trying to work it free. 4 players are there, including Bessie and Phoenix. Courtney's there. It's swept all the way to the far side. Bobby Nardella blocked. Davidson hustles after it. Linesman indicated an offside as the puck was brought back in. They'll face it off again. 14:40 to go. Period number 1. No score between Chicago and Phoenix. Chicago trying to do to Phoenix what Phoenix did to them, disappoint a large home crowd.
Well, they certainly did. Last Saturday night, there was a lot of disappointed Chicago fans went home, probably not believing what they saw, because the Wolves had the game well in hand with 3 minutes to go, and they let it slip away, and they lost in the shootout. So here, obviously, tonight, the Wolves have to have that on their mind, hoping to return the favor.
Courtney rides a check well, but then lost the puck. Straub will carry it the other way. Ryan Straub up the middle, picked off by Gordie Roberts. Over 1,100 NHL games to Gordie Roberts' experience. What a resume. Intended for Nardella. Davidson picks it up. Davidson now the second leading scorer on the team, and offside. Nardella ahead of the play. Bobby Nardella with 7 points in 6 games starting at forward, so he's been an interesting experiment. Meanwhile, Davidson is headed for a career year. That's what he's done lately, but he's also hit the 20-goal figure. He had 25 all of last year with Fort Wayne.
Yeah, I'm sure coming into the season, if they looked at Lee Davidson, they probably figured he was their number 3 centerman on the team, and if they got the 20-25 goals, they'd be very happy with it. And I think that he's certainly stepped up his play and become their number 2 centerman, and he should easily get 30-35 goals, which would be a great bonus for this team.
And it's too bad Secord was felled by the flu, because with Secord, Nardella, and Davidson, they were starting to click. Along the far side, Straub with it, 14 minutes to play, first period. From Phoenix, it's scoreless. Wolves hockey here on Sports Channel. Centering pass back, backhander. Wendell Young stopped it. The puck is behind the net. But Young made the save, and a whistle stops play. He made the save off Keith Redmond on his first shift of the day. He was busting in on his off wing.
Well, they had a little bit of a mix-up right there. When the puck comes in across the line, Rolacek comes back and maybe takes the wrong man. He's got to talk with his defenseman, and they got a little caught up, and Wendell Young makes the save. Right here, Duffy's going to force him onto the backhand. Nice leg save right there by Wendell Young, and it's cleared away and out to safety.
You can see in the replay, Young gave Redmond absolutely no room. There was no place to put that puck.
But Wendell Young saw that Duffy was putting some pressure on, so he moved out at the player with the puck, and they certainly cut down everything and gave him nothing to shoot at.
Off the draw, Chapman. Vachon won the faceoff. Wrist shot in front. Young stopped that, and Molte gets the rebound. The shot came from Dan Bilesma. Here's Chicago. Rolacek over the line with Harkins. Rolacek looking, feeds it across to the late-breaking Molte. Harkins. Oh, he put it right between both point men. Duffy and Kemper talking to one another. I'll tell you, you better talk loud here, because it's so noisy where we are. Imagine what it sounds like at ice level. Here's Gillingham. Fires it high and wide of the gloved hand of Defoe. All the way back it comes into the Wolves zone. Kevin McDowell, a 3-year captain with these Roadrunners. Up ice to Berglund. Timmy Berglund sending it in around the boards. Defoe settles it. Gillingham got in his way. Puck is cleared back the other way. Rivers in the neutral zone. Off a touch. They'll say that's onside. Left side, Rob Brown with a flip. And McDonald did well to just give Brown a little piece of the body after he released it. Got to let him know you're there. Along the board, Chicago looks to clear it out. Moved out by Breslin, a long race for it. But Tim Berglund is cut up by Levine. All the way back at the other end, Sean Rivers hustles for it. Rivers has been a very dependable defenseman this year for Gino Briaco. Maybe his most consistent all year. McDonald's pass intercepted. Snell, and Gillingham rides him a bit. Perreault, look at Brown, he's open. Top of the circle, shot save. Wendell Young challenged the shooter and gave him no angle. Here's Levine, wide of Wendell Young. A mix-up, though, on the part of the Wolves, something you said before they can't afford. No one picked up Brown, he was alone.
Those two players, you got to watch and know where they are at all times when they're on the ice and not give them any room to do their fancy work.
Puck is shot in behind Wendell Young, who has played sharp at the start. 11:43 to go in the first period. It is scoreless. Roberts giving it up near side. Lee Davidson to the left side, touched into the zone by Chicago. That was Kemper. Right side, Bessie. Jim Bessie from the New England area. All the way down ice, Gordy Roberts to Nardella. Coming back the other way, Courtney, cut off. All the way back, behind the net. Phoenix starting out from their own end on the right side. Cut off by Nardella. He was brought down, no penalty. Puck is back in the Phoenix end. Courtney dug it out with the long reach. Getting some help along the boards from Nardella. Nardella, no real size, but very scrappy. Tomlinson dumps it in. Faking the shot, allowing McGrelis to pick it up, and then it's taken right off his stick. Crowley did a nice job. Coming away 3-on-2 right now for the Wolves if they hurry. Monte in front for Crowley, saved the ball. What a stop. Ted Crowley almost tipped it home.
What a great play right there. The Wolves get a chance to go on a 3-on-2 break. It looked like it might not happen, but it turns out they make it, and Defoe comes up with a huge save.
We'll show it to you when we come back. It's scoreless from Phoenix. This is Wolves Hockey.
Flies to more cities in Mexico than any other U.S. airline. It's more airline for your money.
Checkers, the hamburger place that brought you the big quarter-pound award-winning all-beef Champ Burger, now brings you the most exciting new sandwich in town. Introducing Checkers' new Hickory Smoked Chicken Club. A grilled chicken breast, sizzling strips of bacon, topped with our one-of-a-kind Hickory Smoke recipe that'll bring you back for more. But hurry, it's only here for a limited time. Checkers' new Hickory Smoked Chicken Club.
Well, the Wolves get their first great scoring chance right here. Ed Courtney's carrying the puck across the line. A little drop pass to Maltese. And Ted Crowley's racing towards the net, and he tips it. And it almost gets through Defoe, but a great save. And from another angle, we're going to see the pass across. And Crowley tips the puck. It almost gets through Defoe, but a great save. He gets his arm down there, JP. And I'll tell you, they had a glorious opportunity right there.
Last look at that from Crowley's tip. Back to live action on the left side. Redmond dumps it in wide. Cut off by Phoenix. They try to center it in front. Never gets there. Still with it. It's played out and Rolacek. Chicago trying to break. Right side. Here's Rolacek on his off wing. Dumps it back deep the other way. Chapman will pick it up. Harkins after him. Malte now chasing. 9:56 to go. First period. It is scoreless from Phoenix as Redmond dumps it in. Nice check from Kevin McDonald. Phoenix fans are used to seeing that here. McDonald and Rivers paired together on defense. Near side, Breslin, who also played some 3 years here. Tim Breslin behind the net. Wide of the center, he was blocked by 2 players, including Wilson. Wilson waits behind the net. Wilson played for Dayton last year, East Coast Hockey League. Dumped all the way down ice. And the icing call will bring it back the other way. Well, the Wolves certainly like playing on the road. They like to play at home, but they like to win at home, and they'll get their chance Wednesday, February 1st against Fort Wayne, then against Detroit on the 4th, and the 5th against Kansas City. We'd like you to be there. Call Ticketmaster 312-559-1212, or stop by the Horizon box office. You know, sooner or later, they are going to win these home games.
Well, it's only a matter of time. I think now that the season's half over, I certainly think that they're feeling more comfortable with each other, and maybe not so in awe at being at home in front of a big crowd. They got to realize that they just got to play a simple game like they do on the road, and they're going to win a lot more games at home.
Coming back, Yannick Perreault, 17-game scoring streak. Brown streak is at 11. Big shot, Edgerton. Blocked. And we've got a penalty coming up. An interference penalty on the Wolves. So when we come back, we'll show you a Phoenix power play. But first, it's a local break. Stick around. You're watching Wolves Hockey here on Sports Show.
What was misunderstood about the whole situation was it was perceived that Scottie Pippen was upset that Tony Kukoc got the basketball, and that Scottie Pippen and Tony Kukoc didn't like each other very much.
Well, I think people have taken that totally out of proportion. I mean, the field calls a play, and I'm taking the ball out. I got 4 options. So, if I don't like someone, or if he got the play drawn up for him, I don't have to throw him the ball anyway. So, I mean, I'm tired of hearing people saying that I don't like Tony. I have nothing against Tony. Tony haven't did anything to me. We're the best of friends. I don't treat him any different than I treat Will Perdue or Pax or Horace or anyone. I mean, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I'm like this for Tony.
Bulls, Hawks, Sox, Sports Channel, what fans want.
Well, the Wolves are going to be down a man for 2 minutes. Tim Berglund's going to get an interference penalty right there. He puts the big hit on Levine, and the referee thought it was impeding his play at going to the net, so he's going to sit down for 2 minutes, JP.
So the Wolves have to try and kill off a power play, and lately they've been doing a good job killing off 24 of the last 26. Set for the face-off. Phoenix with a man advantage. They have the second best power play in the league to Denver. Snell giving it up on the right side. Rob Brown will quarterback it. Perreault in front. Shot one. Tomlinson had a chance. McDonald cracks him, and Tomlinson gave it back. McDonald wanted a penalty. No call. Well, McDonald and Tomlinson going at it in front. Brown. Perreault in front. McDonald has Tomlinson all tied up now behind the net. Rivers. Perreault digs it out. Brown to Snell. Snell deflected wide. 123 left to the man advantage. And it's clear down ice. Good clear by Rivers. And credit McDonald for not losing his cool. There should have been a penalty on Tomlinson. There wasn't, and McDonald didn't take one.
Yeah, right there, JP. Very important not to get down by 2.
Wiseman steals, walks it short-handed. He scores! Brian Wiseman! Phoenix have given up 13 short-handed goals this year. What a great goal for the rookie.
Well, that's the Achilles heel for this Phoenix team. As talented as they are on the offense, they certainly get caught short in a power play situation. That's their 13th goal against on their power play, and Wiseman just strips the puck right there, and he goes in all alone off Straub, and he puts it on the far side for pass to full. What a great play right there. Wiseman with some good anticipation just strips the puck from Straub, and he goes in unmolested right there, and he just snaps it home. Great goal right there by Wiseman.
His 6th of the year. That could give this team a big lift. Snell. Now to the right side. Straub will make it Sean O'Donnell. Dumped in. Behind Wendell Young. Trying to clear it around the boards. All the way back to the center line. Chapman. 40 seconds left of the power play. Wiseman helps out again, enabling Breslin to bring it over the line. The shot up high, and Defoe's got it. Snell will take it. 33 left of the power play. Chicago leads 1-0. Unassisted goal, shorthanded Wiseman at 11:55. Molte rocked behind the net. Vesey. Busted up along the boards. Puck still free. No whistle. Edgerton looking. Vesey. Right point Snell. Snell gets an awful lot of minutes on this team. He earns them. Edgerton. Snell center point. Back for Edgerton, and it goes out of the zone.
Well, a good job right there by the Wolves. A big kill right there. They come out of it with a +1 where they get the shorthanded goal. So great job right there by the Wolves penalty killers.
Well, they get the bonus because everybody else was just hopeful that they would kill the penalty. Instead, they scored. Hopefully that goal can give a big lift to Brian Wiseman. It certainly should to Wendell Young, because Young has been keeping the Wolves right in there right away at the start because Phoenix was coming. But Wiseman has struggled this year scoring goals. It's different from college to pro. He's playing a lot more games. He's getting hit harder, more. He's had 2 fairly serious injuries, and that has to make the rookie feel good.
Yeah, it certainly does. Anytime you score a big goal in a game like this, it's certainly going to help your confidence. And JP, he's had a tremendous amount of opportunities to put some pucks in the net over the last few games, and he's been foiled time in and time out, and that's got to wear on him a little bit. So when he finally comes in and he gets that goal, it's only going to boost his confidence that much. We're going to see it again right here when Wiseman comes there and he just strips it right there. Almost a bad opportunity to make the pass, and he comes in a nice little snapshot, and he beats him clean right there. Boy, I'll tell you, Brian Wiseman's got to be happy about that one.
They just called a penalty for too many men on the ice that I thought they said was on Phoenix. Waiting to see if anybody's going over, and yes, it's Vesey that's coming over. That's why they had whistled it down before. It was too many men on the ice. Bad line change there for Phoenix. So Chicago now with a chance at the power play, and you want to say maybe they should decline it lately anyway. 3 for 33 lately, but it's still ranked number 8th in the league. Almost 20%. The numbers in general are not bad. Molte flips it in behind the net. Defoe. Watch out for Molte. 11 power play goals. He's in the top 5 in the IHL. Rivers coming through. Rivers is out there along with Crowley at the points. Davidson, Courtney, and Molte. Davidson around the boards. It hit off the back post of the net. Crowley kept it in. Rivers center point. Around the boards, Molte. Far side it goes for Davidson. Chicago keeps it in. Molte wanted to come out in front, couldn't do it. Right in front, sticked away by Defoe, and somebody gets a souvenir.
Well, you know, JP, even if they don't score a goal on this opportunity, with the way they're struggling with 3 in their last 33, I certainly feel that what they have to do is at least get the opportunity where they control the puck like they did here and get some good scoring chances. At least if they don't score a goal, get it where they feel good about themselves, saying, hey, we got some good chances. Now let's just keep it up, and we will press and get one.
You got to look for that crisp puck movement, so that Phoenix can't get set up defensively. As Crowley to Rivers. Sean Rivers, 50 feet out. Crowley from 60. Molte. Davidson. There's that puck movement. Rivers fires it low. Stick away. Rebound. Molte. Save in front. That looked like the game's second goal for Chicago. And it's jumped on ice by Phoenix. 46 seconds left in the Wolves' power play.
Oh, it was a nice block right there by Levine, but I tell you, the puck jumped up on Molte, and it's done that a couple times for him in the last couple games, where he's got a golden opportunity to score, and the puck flips up on him when he wants to go to shoot it.
I would have been tough for Defoe because he was screened. Here's Vachon, short-handed. Vachon, fouled by Teddy Crowley. Oh, Vachon tackled him. Loose behind the net. Crowley's really upset, and he's got a right to be. Vachon literally tackled him.
Well, Crowley did a great job taking the man out with the body, and then he gets tackled down, and it should have been a penalty.
Here's Vachon. And the referee blows it down the other way, and now Roberts has some words for Vachon. Vachon's father is a very famous goaltender, Rogie Vachon, who is one of the high executives of the LA Kings. And there's Gordie Roberts. Wendell Young playing well so far in the opening period. We'll look
right here. Ted Crowley, you're going to see, gets a perfect position on Vachon right there. He's going to clear the puck away, and Vachon puts both hands around him and buries him down into the ice. And whoa, a big stick swing right there. And actually, Crowley's lucky he doesn't hit Vachon with the sticker. He's going to be the one going off for the penalty.
Absolutely. Both of those infractions are in the rule book that I carry in my briefcase, but neither one was called.
Well, sometimes the referee tries to let the players decide what's going to happen in the game, and he's only going to call it in a situation like that if somebody actually gets hit with the stick, or unless it's a very vicious swing. So far, I think he's called a good game.
Coming all the way back the other way, Wendell Young lets it go for Mick Kemper. Now to Gordie Roberts. Roberts holding, waiting. Kemper. Phoenix now pressing, trying to dig it out. It comes all the way back the other way into the neutral zone. Teams are at equal strength, 5 aside. Roberts flips it in, and Wilson checked into him. And that one goes out of play, and Roberts wasn't happy with Wilson right there in the end. It's getting a little bit chippy out there now, but you would expect that to be the case because Chicago, I think, is still carrying something from that game last night. They're upset with themselves.
They certainly are, and I think that shows that they care, and they're a caring group of guys, and they want to go out here and work hard tonight. And a lot of times, if you got to light a fire under their rear ends, maybe tonight is the perfect opportunity for them to be mad at themselves, to go out here and give that extra effort to win a hockey game.
Chapman will play it back. Knocked away. Chicago will get it. Here's Roberts to Harkins. His shot saved by Defoe and knocked down. Harkins behind the net. Centers it in front. The shot taken save. And Breslin couldn't get the rebound. Bergman was wide open when Harkins wound up. But it might have been easier for Todd to blast it the way he did. Harkins in the corner. Bumped by Chapman. It's getting physical, more physical. It started physical, but it's picked up. Roberts. Now Rob Brown. Wheels it, finds Chevalier. Spread around. That's a dive. Bad acting.
Well, the referee certainly saw it that way, too, and that's why there's no penalty right there.
Icing is the call. Chicago looking good, leading 1-0. You're watching Wolves hockey from Phoenix here on Sports Channel.
She'll try to drown you. She'll try to freeze you. She'll try to burn you. She'll try to blow you away. But she will not succeed. The Nissan Pathfinder.
Chicago. While it's been called the second city, Chicagoans know it's second to none. It's a place where quality is more important than quantity, and bigger isn't always better. At Canfield, we've known this since 1924. So when you're thirsty for a refreshment, head for the taste that captures the flavor of our great city. Canfield's the flavor of Chicago.
Well, right here, Gordie Roberts keeps the puck in at the Phoenix blue line, dishes it over to Harkins with the big slap shot, goes up in the air as Defoe makes the save. But I'll tell you, the Wolves have had some opportunities here this evening, and if they continue to press the way they are, they're going to get a lot more, JP.
Face off to the left side of Wendell Young in goal for Chicago. Wendell Young with that winning road record. Off the draw, big shot taken. Oh, Wendell Young, quick glove hand to keep it scoreless from Phoenix's side. Young has played now in 13, counting this, of the last 20 games for Chicago, and 8 of the last 11. Watch this quick glove hand.
Well, right here, Phoenix wins the face-off, and it goes right back to Chris Schnell, and he just lets the big high shot go. Wendell Young maybe had a little trouble seeing it as it came off the stick, but when he does, he throws up that left hand and makes the big grab.
This one stays in play to Snell. Off a deflection, just cleared out by Davidson, and we've got a penalty. for interference behind the play.
I believe it's going to be on the Phoenix Roadrunners right here.
Yes. Can't see who just sat out. Robbie Laird not too happy with that.
Right here, it's going to be Wiseman Bobby Nardella that gets run over by Dave Tomlinson. Right out of the play, Nardella's trying to go after the man with the puck. Tomlinson steps right into him right there, and hopefully it's going to be a costly penalty for the Roadrunners.
Well, Chicago so far 0 for 1, but they had good puck movement on their first power play of the night.
Well, last night they couldn't control the puck. They couldn't get anything going at all in the power play. So tonight when they came out and got a couple chances on their power play and moved the puck around with some control, that's encouraging, and I think it's going to build some confidence with the guys that are on the power play.
This time Gino Briacco uses Rivers and Nardella as the point men. Courtney, Malte, and Davidson up top. Here's Courtney. Rocked by Levine. Oh, Levine, he's throwing punches. What is that all about? Out at the right point. I know why, because Levine broke his stick. And he's trying to tie Courtney. Back the other way. Phoenix shorthanded. Malte back on 125 of the Wolves power play. Chicago leads 1-0. 2:44 to go in the period. Period that Chicago has to win here, the way they play. Cleared back to the center line. Sean Rivers backpedals. Rivers with a flip. Knocked away. Phoenix shorthanded. That's McReynolds. And Rivers gets it back. 1:02 in the man advantage. Straight up the middle. Sean Rivers. Wiseman just now coming on for Chicago. He cracks it high off the glass. Courtney's there. Wiseman. They enable Rivers. For Nardella. Sticked away by Defoe. Defoe looks a little off balance to me tonight. For whatever reason, a penalty coming up here on Chicago. As Young makes the touch. I'm not sure what it is with Defoe. They've got a hooking penalty on Brian Wiseman. But every time it seems that Defoe is going down, it just doesn't look like he's sharp when he's going down.
Well, right here, it's maybe a little bit of a bad penalty. Those are the kind you don't want to see. You're coming out, and the offensive player's got the puck, and he just lays the little hook on him, but maybe a bit of a dive right there because Levine, 6'4", 6'3", 225 pounds, and Brian Wiseman just laying the little stick on him, making him fall down. Not my idea of a great advantage that big man should get pulled down that easily.
They always picking the little guys, don't they, in this game?
Well, sometimes the little guys, they get away with a lot of things. When a bigger guy sometimes will take the little guy into the boards and the little guy will give him a shot or something. A lot of times the referee's going to let that by. So maybe some other times when they get a little cheaper one, that's how they get back at him.
I had to ask you because on this television team, I'm still the little guy and you're the big guy. You're Big Daddy. Face off to the left side of Wendell Young. 40 seconds of 4-on-4 right now between Phoenix and Chicago. 1:55 to go in the period. And then there'll be a minute and 20-second power play for Phoenix. Most of it to come, or all of it, I guess, this period. Here's Bilesman. Down to the left side. Look out in front. Backhand is stopped by Young to score. Bilesman.
Well, right here, the Wolves are going to get caught. They've got caught with the fourth man coming in on the play. It's Straub, and all he does is put it on the net. And there's Bilesma all by himself in front, puts in the rebound. The fourth man again comes in, a little backhander. Wendell Young makes the save, but coming out from behind the net, Bilesma, and he puts it in and makes no mistake in the open net. Again, from another angle, you see Wendell Young make the save, but Bilesma is right on the doorstep, and he makes no mistake, and all he has to do, JP, is slide it in the open net.
And that hurts, Bobby, because that comes during the 4-on-4, not the power play, which Phoenix will get in 10 more seconds. And they'll be able to ride out the period that way, unless, of course, they score a power play goal. McDonald busting it up. Power plays on now for Phoenix, 5-on-4 as Tomlinson comes on. Loose puck almost stolen by Rivers. Off a flip, a deflection. Cleared by Kevin McDonald.
Phoenix certainly got to get out of this period now, killing off this penalty and not going down by a goal.
Yeah, I said they had to win the period. Certainly if they tie it, that's another story, but they can't afford to lose it.
Absolutely.
Chapman. 55 seconds left in the period. 51 on the power play. Good job by Tim Berglund, who flips it up ice, intended for Molte. Chicago already has one shorthanded goal tonight. It was Wiseman. That last goal was Bilesma's 10th of the year in 1826. Snell was stopped by Young. Bilesma got the goal. Straub at least one assist. Behind the net, Phoenix, look at the spin by Brown in front. And deflected out of the zone by Chicago. Great clear.
Some good work right there by the Chicago penalty killers, working hard, jumping on the puck. Last night they were moving around, waiting for the other team to do something. Tonight they're jumping right out after, not giving the Phoenix Roadrunners time to make some moves.
Chapman moves it quick into Perreault on Davidson's stick. 10 seconds left in the period. Chicago's going to bear down with Perreault blocked. Flipped out of the zone. That's the veteran Gordy Roberts who will kill the penalty and the period. Outstanding first period here in Phoenix, and unfortunately for Chicago, they can't skate away with the lead, but they did play well.
Well, they certainly, after last night's fiasco in San Diego, this certainly is a welcome first period. They came out, they worked very hard, and it looks good so far.
We'll have, since we're on Take the Late tonight, a condensed in-between period segment. Come back with us. It's tied at 1 from Phoenix.
Don't you wish we could just do this to air pollution? In a way we can. If homes and industries, power plants and vehicles would just switch to natural gas.
Team starting this period, 5 skaters aside. Up the right side, Phoenix against Rivers. Bilesma couldn't get by, but the second guy does. Into the corner it goes. Vachon centered it, but gave it up. Rivers with the recovery. Rivers tying up Redmond. Bilesma there. Players battling behind the net. Bodies fly as Vachon picks it up. In front, shot save, Wendell Young. A couple of them, it still goes to the slot. Wendell Young, amazing in goal.
Well, right there, Wendell Young certainly shows that his great goaltending ability right there, and he's laying down, stacked underneath the pile in front of the net. And I'll tell you right there, what a great opportunity right there for Phoenix. All alone, he gets 1, 2, 3 cracks at it, Bilesma does. And I tell you, the Wolves can't afford to leave a man standing out front all by himself right there. Bilesma, 1, 2, 3 whacks at it. Then the puck's going to come out and he's going to get another opportunity right there. 4, 5 chances they get, but Wendell Young holds down the fort. And a great opportunity right there, foiled by Wendell Young. There's the first opportunity, 2, 3, and then another player comes in. They get 5 different whacks at a JP, but Wendell Young holds down the fort, and they keep this at a 1-1 hockey game.
Off the draw, Phoenix with Snell, a shot wide of Young's outstretched glove hand. Along the boards, players battling for it. Levine keeps it in. I don't like the way the Wolves have come out of this period, but Young has done it in front. It's loose at the side of the net. Young didn't see it. Here's Courtney back over the center line, and finally the puck is that way. Dumped into the zone. Chicago's going to recover and have a much better next shift. Who's ever out there. That was bad.
Well, they certainly haven't come out and showed what they did in the first period. They've got to bounce back early because this is a team that can strike fast and furiously. And so far, they've come out quickly, and if they give up a goal now, they're going to be in some big trouble.
VC's pass is blocked. Levine, straight up the middle. Oh, Levine's stick handle's almost through, and then he's crunched on a double hit. Roberts in there along with Duffy. Davidson, Courtney. Now to Nardella over the line. Nardella fires it. And Defoe again looked sluggish when he made that save.
Well, I tell you, that was a great little shot there by Bobby Nardella. He teed it up pretty well.
Chevalier, blocked wide. Well, you don't want to get in a run and gun, if I could borrow a basketball phrase, with this Phoenix Roadrunners team. You're not going to beat them that way.
Well, this team's got too much talent, and the scoring ability for Chicago to go toe-to-toe in an end-for-end river hockey game, that's definitely a no-show for them.
Along the boards, Phoenix looking to move it out. We've almost played 3 minutes in this period. It's been uneventful for Chicago. Whoa, Berglund almost lost it. Rivers was knocked out, and the puck is cleared out of the zone. Somebody needs to settle this down.
Definitely right here, they've got to get somebody to take the control of the puck, settle things down, get their dump and chase game going. Right now they're a little frazzled, and they're trying to make little dipsy-doodle plays, and we can't afford to do that.
Here's Gillingham out of the zone. On the left side, Breslin leaves it off. Rivers, top of the circle, passed it back. I thought he was going to wind and fire. Gillingham going down. The puck underneath him, he dug it out. Chevalier to the near side. 16:28 to play, second period. Even at 1 from Phoenix between the Wolves and the Roadrunners. Breslin trying to find Molte. Picked off, cleared out of the zone. Timmy Berglund is there. Berglund turning it right back inside, faking the shot. Berglund at the circle, up high, wide of Defoe, all the way to the near boards. Phoenix will clear it out past Roberts over Gordy's shoulder. Wendell Young out of his net, fires it ahead. Smart play to move it, but Molte just missed it. And instead, it's going to go for icing. Not as smart a play now because of the icing, but it was a good idea. Molte couldn't get the stick down. A reminder that our next Chicago Wolves telecast on Sports Channel is scheduled for next Saturday, when the Wolves will host the Detroit Vipers. Live coverage begins at 7 p.m. on your home for Wolves hockey all season long. Sports Channel, Chicago. Well, that's the kind of look we saw last night, isn't it, Bobby?
Well, in the first period when we saw him, he certainly was pumped up, going up and down the bench, giving lots of encouragement, but I'll tell you, this period, he's not happy right now. I think he's a little disappointed the way they've come out here.
It almost looks like he's reading the numbers off of our television monitor there, which shows that the second period, for whatever reason, has not been a good period for the Wolves all year.
I don't understand that either, because generally if you have a good first period, usually it carries into the second period with most teams, but this club has had a hard time coming out after the first intermission and continuing a good play that they've done in the first period. So they've got to, they've got to straighten that out, JP.
That and the home record, and they'll be fine. There's Jeff Rolacek, one of his infrequent shifts tonight, playing in place of Marian Kassir, and he's in for this face-off.
Well, for a guy who hasn't played much in a long time, he's certainly out there in an important role to win a face-off in his own zone. So it's nice to see Gene Ubriaco put him back out there and actually show some confidence in him, because I think that'll certainly help him as a player, having some confidence that the coach is going to play him a bit when he gets out there.
Phoenix wins this draw, though, in front, blocked. Young's got it somewhere, no whistle. I don't believe that the referee saw the puck. How could he? He was behind the net. Here's Molte. Playing it in front, saved the ball. Harkins had a chance for a tip. Penalty coming up here on Phoenix. It's delayed as Crowley flips it in. Young heads to the bench for the extra skater, and the touch is made, but unlucky was Harkins. I thought he had a goal.
Well, I tell you right there, Defoe makes a fabulous save on Harkins. They're going to come down the ice. Malte sees Harkins streaking to the net, and there he just tries to chip it, and Defoe with the outstretched hand just gets his blocker glove on the puck and keeps it out and keeps the score tied at 1 right there. And back at the other end off the face-off, we're going to get a shot come straight through by Levine, and there's the puck laying in the crease all by itself. Wendell Young can't get a hold of it, and finally right there, Gordy Roberts reaches in with his hand and sweeps it away to safety. So the Wolves dodge a bullet at one end, almost get one themselves, and now they're on the power play.
Man advantage Chicago. Wiseman out there to take the draw. That was a great pass, wasn't it? Molte to Harkins.
That certainly was. Malte's laid it out perfectly, and Harkins actually did a great job of getting the stick on it, but a fabulous save by Defoe.
Think about it, too. Off wing to off wing as Phoenix is confused, and I'll tell you what, somebody wasn't looking in the stands. That's the way to get hurt in a hockey game. There's a guy down there that's very, very lucky because he wasn't looking and that puck just missed him.
Well, I tell you, that's the thing about the puck. It's small, and if you're not watching, it comes around the boards or over the glass so fast. And believe me, I've ate a few pucks in my career that it can do a lot of damage. And certainly, that guy was lucky that he only got hit in the leg, I think.
And I wasn't even talking about that guy. There's another guy I'm talking about that was very fortunate. They'd be carrying him out now. Here's Nardella, power play to Crowley. 1:36 to go in a man advantage for the Wolves with a chance to go up by a goal. Here's Harkins on the off wing. Harkins second on the team in assists. Wiseman to the right point, Nardella wide. Into the corner. Nardella gets off a lot of power with that slap shot from the point. Crowley, glove, and then juggled by Defoe. Great save. Behind the net, Harkins. 1:13 in the power play, and it's cleared by Phoenix.
Well, they're getting the big point shots coming from Ted Crowley and Nardella, but they got to get bodies in front of the net to screen Defoe if they're going to go it by him from the point.
Here's Bobby Nardella. Played his college hockey at Ferris State. Leaves it off for Wiseman. Deflected back. Look out. Crowley did well to recover that, or else it could have been a breakaway shorthanded for Bilesma, who, by the way, has 2 shorthanded goals to lead his team. Crowley spinning. Intended for Molte. He's cracked there by Bilesma. Phoenix very aggressive on the penalty kill. 38 seconds to play on the man advantage. Chicago, it's tied at 1. 14:04 to go in the second period. Chicago with Courtney. Over the line, Rivers as the Wolves try to change up. Default with the stick out against Courtney. Rivers can't keep it in. What a check that turned out to be. You're going to love that.
Well, there's an old-time hip check right there by Sean Rivers. And I tell you, you don't see that very often, but when executed well, it's a great play.
How about Checkers check of the night, folks? Behind the net, here's Rolacek. Off a deflection. Courtney, Crowley holds. Fired wide of the net by Rivers. The penalty's over on Redmond. Oh, he tried to run Courtney. Courtney saw it at the last minute. Rolacek bumped along the boards, and now Defoe will cover it up. Courtney's lucky that he turned in time, or Redmond might have been headed back to the box.
Well, Courtney had his head up right there. He saw the play coming. Saw McReynolds come out of the box all the way down. He was going to go for the big hit on him. But you got to give him credit. He had heads up, stepped out of the way, and actually made McReynolds look a little bit foolish.
You know, that Rivers check, a lot of guys would have taken a penalty on this.
Well, Sean Rivers right here reads the play very well. The puck goes by him at the blue line. Instead of turning, he just takes his man out, goes down and lays the hip into him and flips the man over top, and very well executed.
He knew he was beaten, and a lot of guys would have reached out, stuck a leg, stuck a stick out, so give him credit for that. No panic on the part of Sean Rivers.
Well, Sean Rivers, very smart hockey player, and right there he showed why he's been one of the most consistent defensemen on this Wolves team right there. And again, it's an old-time check right there. You certainly don't see it very often anymore.
Sure, Gino Briacco liked it. Gordy Roberts has thrown some good hip checks in his time in the NHL. Coming back the other way, Phoenix, 5 skaters aside, 13:07 left in the second period. Much better effort now, though, for the Wolves after a very slow start to the second. Gillingham shoots it in wide. Picked up by Strom on the left side. Trying to move it out. Check from Gillingham. Perreault. Now Breslin rocked along the boards. Hello, Strom with a good hit. Breslin trying to give it back. Almost got caught with the elbow off. Here's Perreault. Broken up. Chicago to get a counter with a quick pass. Breslin couldn't handle it off the stick, or he was in on a break.
Good transition right there by the Wolves. They get the puck at the blue line on a turnover and almost spring Breslin for the breakaway.
Across the line, Strom. Dumping it in around the boards, far side. Nardella up for Courtney. Courtney sidestep the man. He and Berglund will have a 2-on-1. Berglund in the off way. Holds it. Backhander. Saved by Defoe. Two right wingers on a 2-on-1.
Well, right here, it's a great play. They got a 2-on-1 with Ed Courtney and Tim Berglund. And then actually a very good play by Wilson, the defenseman. He sprawls out and he blocks the passing lane and makes Berglund have to take it on his backhand. And Defoe breaks it up and makes the big glove save right there.
Great save by Defoe. Still tied at 1. This is Wolves Hockey on Sports Channel.
Raceway ad on page 28 is autographed by Rocky.
She'll try to freeze you. She'll try to burn you. She'll try to blow you away. But she will not succeed. The Nissan Pathfinder.
Chicago. While it's been called the second city, Chicagoans know it's second to none. It's a place where quality is more important than quantity, and bigger isn't always better. At Canfield's, we've known this since 1924. So when you're thirsty for a refreshment, head for the taste that captures the flavor of our great city. Canfield's, the flavor of Chicago.
There's Byron Dafoe, who's been a busy man today, and he looked sharp, or has looked sharper lately, but at the start of this game, he looked a little awkward. Yes, he was making the saves, but he was struggling, it seemed, to make them as Gino Briaco looks on. What a great history to Gino Briaco. He's done so many things in hockey, from a player to a coach, administrator, continuing his job here with the Wolves, a first-year team. Ted Crowley chasing it back. Around the boards on the left side. Kept alive, McReynolds giving it up behind the net. Coming out in front, VC saved Wendell Young. VC was allowed to come around, and Wilson couldn't keep it in. Something to remember about VC too, he's a 22% shooter. Not a lot of goals this year, but he connects on a good percentage.
The quality shots.
In on Dafoe, it's left there for Snell. Snell, number 20, played in the All-Star game for Phoenix. Along the boards, Reynolds. Snell played for the Western Conference. Right side, Rolacek. Nice tuck pass inside. Back the other way, Davidson avoiding the hooks of McReynolds' drop pass. Rivers trying to find Rolacek. And now it's taken away by Phoenix. And look at how quickly Rivers comes back. He covers a lot of ice.
Well, I tell you, he's such a smooth skater. He makes it look very easy. And, geez, I wish I had those kind of wheels when I played.
I thought you did.
Well, JP, I don't think I was ever, I was kind of a gazelle, not a gazelle out there.
Steve Malte, what a year he has had. 17 goals and 8 assists. That's not for the year, though, folks. That's the last 18 games. Almost a goal per game. He is right up there among the league leaders right now, 4th. His next goal would give him 30. It would be the 3rd time in his career he has hit that mark, and he should easily beat his record, which was set last year, 35 with Adirondack in the American Hockey League.
Well, I think if Steve Maltese gets the opportunity tonight, you're going to see him hit that 30-goal plateau tonight, and I certainly have the confidence that if he gets any kind of an opportunity, he's going to bury one.
Whoa, Young saw that through a screen off the Levine shot. Wiseman checks his man. Kept in by Vachon, intercepted. Taken away. Right side. Over the line, Rolacek. Leaves it up at the point. Big shot. McDonald was tipped wide. It looked like Wiseman was the man. Great effort, though, by Chicago, that combo. McDonald and Wiseman. Back the other way. Lead pass. Vachon almost sprung him. Vachon bumped by Rivers, and then Rivers goes down. Young helps out. Oh, I like the hitting game. Sean Rivers lays in a Bilesma. They're working hard.
Well, both teams very physical right here. We're going to see a penalty right there to McReynolds.
Coming back the other way. Here's Wiseman over the line. Wiseman takes the hook, comes in, save, rebound. Wiseman scores! Brian Wiseman with a game of his young professional career. 2-1, Chicago.
Well, I tell you right there, Brian Wiseman, what a great move he makes. And what's super right here, he's going to come in, he's going to make a little move to the outside on his backhand, and he fights off the hook right there from Chapman, gets the shot on goal, but he sticks with it with the second effort, right back to him, and he makes no mistake in the open net. From the other angle, you're going to see him just get the little chip, and it's going to bounce down, he pulls it to the backhand, back to the forehand, and that's his second goal of the night. And I'll tell you, that's one happy man right there. There you go, a little celebration. And I'll tell you, when you score 2 goals in a hockey game, when you're a rookie player, it's only going to boost your confidence, and it does my heart good to see a kid like him, because he's such a hard worker. He comes every night to do the job, and he's finally being rewarded.
Phoenix centers it to Rob Brown, who, by the way, he and Perreault are not getting a lot of ice time tonight for whatever reason. Maybe Brown because he hasn't skated here for a while. Here's a big present shot, save. Rebounded out. Here's Phoenix coming back with it with 9:29 to go. Give Mote an assist on that Wiseman goal. We'll check and see if there's more. Phoenix trying to play it in. Wolves get it. Wolves made at least 3 outstanding checks before that goal. They were jacked up. Coming back the other way. Gillingham fires wide and high of Defoe. Right now they've got Phoenix in the ropes, and they've got to still go after him. Gillingham with a check there as it's cleared back the other way. Crowley, what a difference right now compared to the way the period started. This one goes back on the two-line pass. You noted the big celebration that Wiseman made. I know it's a cliche about the monkey on your back, but he had one of the bigger monkeys on his back because he's missed, as you said, a lot of good chances this year. To bury two big goals like he has tonight, and those are not easy scores.
Yeah, he's had a lot of golden opportunities, open nets, and all alone by himself in front of the goaltender, and he certainly has been foiled or goalposts or whatever, so that's got to play on your confidence, because I think he was expected to come in and make some good strides as far as scoring goals, but now with two tonight, it's certainly only going to help to get better.
Coming back the other way, Chicago with Courtney. Lead pass, he had Nardella, deflected wide by the Roadrunners. Chicago leading it 2-1. Both goals by the rookie Brian Wiseman. Snell knocking it back for Levine. Levine along the dasher, intended for Tomlinson. Loose puck gathered in, Courtney. Crowley fires, pad save of beauty. Rebound wide by Courtney, but Crowley put it right on.
Great shot right there by Ted Crowley, making sure it gets on the net, and the rebound was there. We just got to get some more men in front.
2-on-2, Davidson fires it, and again Defoe. What a workhorse effort by big Byron Defoe. Looking bigger than his 5'11", 175-pound stature. Back the other way, Phoenix dumping it in. Snell is trying to get McDonald into an altercation. Coming back the other way. Rivers, straight up the middle. Sean Rivers dumps it in, and then he got hit, I believe, with a stick. Rivers is cut, and he's going to the bench. Coming back the other way. Out at the right point, McDonald partially fans. He's going to backpedal. 3-on-2, Phoenix. Down the left wing. Bashar in front. Young got a piece with his glove. McDonald trying to poke at it. Behind the net, Bilesma. Centering pass, Chapman. Snuck in around Rolachek. In front, block, penalty on Chicago. McDonald takes his man down. That was Vachon. We'll pause for a local break and then come right back. This is Wolves Hockey on Sports Channel. Chicago's up by a goal.
So just what is the quickest way to cover 100 meters? Well, if you ask Tony Muse, 10-year member of the U.S. World Speed Skating Team and holder of 4 national speed records, it's a pair of boots with 10 wheels underfoot. But if you ask 9-time U.S. national bike champion Stephen Hague, he'll say, just give me 2 wheels and a handful of gears.
I came around him in the last 4 or 5 meters. It was all the way to the line. It was incredible. He blasted out of the start. He was awesome. He was really fast. I was really surprised how quick he got off the line. And, man, I was nervous as all get up. He had 5 or 6 bike lengths on me.
Bulls, Hawks, Sounds, Sports Channel, but fans want.
Well, right here, the Wolves are going to get a penalty. Kevin McDonald in front on Vachon. Actually, it's a penalty right there where it's got a scoring chance by Crowley with a big shot right there. And I'll tell you, the Wolves are all over them right there, pressuring them. And Sean Rivers right here on your lower left-hand corner, he's going to get a stick right there in the face. And actually, the referee is only within about 5 feet of him. Doesn't make any kind of a call right there, JP. And Kevin McDonald in the penalty box, a good penalty right there. I think that, certainly one there where Vachon was all alone in front of the net.
Rivers is okay. So many times guys get hit with sticks and they're, knock on wood, very few serious injuries. Along the boards. Phoenix, Perot in front, blocked. Gordy Roberts in the right spot. Centering pass. Brown can't get it. Rob Brown in the corner. Centers it out. Perot's open. And he put it upstairs. And you know what? Wiseman Wiseman makes the defensive play of the night, especially for a forward.
Well, Brian Wiseman right there on your penalty killing. What happens when you get down, when it comes to the point, your lower man's got to collapse down and help out, and right there Wiseman gets across in a hurry and gets his stick out and deflects it out over the glass. See him come there? Perreault's got actually an open net almost, except for Wendell Young. And Wiseman does a great job right there, JP, of coming back and helping his goaltender out.
31-year-old Wendell Young, the first draft choice ever of the Tampa Bay Lightning, came from Pittsburgh.
Expansion draft choice.
He's won rings, championship rings in every league he's been in. He'd love to add another one here in the eye. Here's Snell. Power play for a minute 25 for the Roadrunners. Wide of Wendell Young. Along the near boards, Perreault, bothered by Rivers. Out of the point, Snell holding it. Rob Brown at the circle. Perreault wants to come out, pass it back. Wendell Young at the right pad out, another penalty. Tripping penalty, and it's going against Tomlinson.
I think that's a great call by the referee right there. Tomlinson's parked on the doorstep, and he gets a golden opportunity for a goal, but then he takes a penalty. Perreault's going to get the puck at the side of the net, and Tomlinson all by himself. Right here it comes to him. He just fans on it, and the defenseman Berglund's going in to get the puck, and he gets tripped up by Tomlinson right there. And the referee's standing right there, JP. I think it was a great call.
It really was. I didn't see it live. I was screened by all the bodies in front, but the replay bears out the referee. Meyer Tomlinson sits out. So for 1 minute and 4 seconds, it's a 4-on-4. Remember, the last 4-on-4 was costly to Chicago. And then when that's over, it'll be a 56-second power play for the Wolves.
Well, I think it's a very important matchup right here for Gene Ubriaco to get the guys he wants on the ice against Rob Brown and Yannick Perreault. Lots of open ice right here with the 4-on-4 situation. They got burned last time, so hopefully here they got the right people on the ice to do the job.
You know, Wiseman's going to get a lot more ice time tonight. He's already scored twice, playing some great hockey both ways. Molte bringing it up ice. So Wiseman on the off wing. Molte busting for the goal. Wiseman trying to find him. Wiseman trying to sneak out in front. Molte tied up. Remember, it's 4 skaters aside here. Wiseman with a check. Wiseman's turning it up another 20% tonight. He's always trying, but there's an extra there.
Well, anytime, I firmly believe when you get 2 goals in the first period and a half of a hockey game, you're going to be flying the rest of the night. He's going to get the puck here again, and he's going to streak down, and he's got an opportunity to... I think he should shoot the puck right there, because Maltese is going, he's driving the net. If he gets the shot on goal, if there's any kind of rebound, Maltese is right there, but that's maybe a little bit of his inexperience, but he's flying right here. Big check right there by Wiseman. He's doing it all tonight, JP.
Complete game. Off the draw, Wilson will take it. Behind Defoe. 23 seconds left of the 4-on-4, and then it's a 56-second Wolves power play. Chicago leads 2-1. Nice check against McReynolds by Bobby Nardella. Around the boards. Deflected out of the zone. Neutral ice is where the puck lies. Courtney swept it away, but here's Phoenix. Sent in all the way around the boards by Edgerton. McReynolds gave it up. He almost got it back. Chicago with a power play. McDonald comes on. Here's Courtney. McDonald will go to the bench. Power play unit. They're trying to get it established. Davidson's going to stay with Courtney, Molte, Crowley, and Nardella, at least for now. Here comes Chicago. 37 left in the power play. Molte busting in the left wing. Molte into the corner. Out of the left point. Great hustle by Nardello to keep it in. Molte to Davidson. Right point. Crowley. Left point Nardella. Courtney. Up too high for Davidson. Look out. 2-on-2 on the right. Short-handed now. 3-on-2. Courtney hustling back. Bassard. Right across. Wendell Young saves today. Great save on the 3-on-2.
Right there. Great job right there by Wendell Young, but I think the defenseman came back and broke up the play of the stick. Very lucky there, though, to get caught on an odd man situation when they're on the power play.
Duffy off the boards. Eddie Courtney. Leaving it off. Berglund shot sticked away by Defoe. Along the boards. Big shot, Breslin. Defoe's under siege. Courtney checked off the puck by Snell. And Snell will just dump it. That's going to be an icing. The penalty was over, but that won't have the legs. Will not have the legs. Taken back behind the net. Duffy spinning. And then going down. Nice recovery. Loose puck. 4 players are there. Phoenix digs it out. Perreault! Young comes out. Young with a save. Rebound, Levine blocked. But Wyndham Young robs Perreault. That was a chess match. And Young won it. Back the other way. Bergman's pass. Shot saved by Defoe. Great stuff at both ends of the rink. Stay right where you are, because we're coming right back. 3:28 to play in the second. Wolves lead at 2-1. It's a goaltender's show tonight.
Buy a burger at some places, and who knows, it may have been reheated in a microwave or spent time drying out under a heat lamp, which in fact makes it great.
Oh! For skeet shooting, why not get an award-winning 99-cent quarter-pound Champ Burger from Checkers? It's bigger than a Big Mac, thicker than a Whopper, and it's always made to order when you order. The Champ Burger, 99 cents every day, always delicious, never reheated. Checkers, one taste and you're ours.
Continental flies to more cities in Mexico than any other U.S. airline. It's more airline for your money.
Well, right here, you're going to see a great opportunity to see how a veteran goaltender keeps his composure, and it's like a chess match, like JP said. Holds his ground, makes Perreault do what he wants to do. Then the Wolves are going to come right back the other way. Berglund is going to get it, and a one-time pass to Gillingham right there, and a big save by Defoe. And there's Wendell Young right there, JP. He's shown that tonight, obviously, he's in great form.
That's concentration plus against Yannick Perreault, the league's top sniper, and that would have made it 2-2. Wolves in the same position that they were in the first period, carrying play most of the period after that slow start in this period, but now they want to have that lead going in to the locker room after 2. Can they do it? Young will leave it behind him. McDonald around the boards. Sent behind the net, lost there. Good recovery by Sean Rivers to clear it out. Wilson fires it in. That one's rolling. High off the glass, settled by McDonald. Rivers fires it the other way. Awful flip, it almost went into the bench of Phoenix. Roadrunners taking Yannick Perreault. Drops it off, Rob Brown. Now left there. Swept around by Chapman. Oh, good stick work by Wendell Young. Rivers in a corner. Rivers around the boards. Chapman will keep it in. Blocked. Rob Brown, and then it's swept out. Good defensive work by Tim Breslin. Shot back in around the boards. Young is there. Wendell Young leaves it off for Sean Rivers. With a little room as Phoenix changes in the fly. Almost for Tim Breslin. Instead, it'll go for an icing. Now both teams can get out there the players that they want with 2:12 to go. A reminder that fans can purchase single-game tickets to all Chicago Wolves games by calling Ticketmaster at 312-559-1212. Or in person, you can pick them up at the Rosemont Horizon box office or Chicagoland locations of Carson Perry Scott, Blockbuster Music, Rose Records, Tower Records, and Hot Ticks. Good crowd on hand here tonight in Phoenix. A very noisy crowd.
Well, it's a very acoustics in this building is really great because the fans are actually, I don't think there's a bad seat in the house here, JP. It's a great setup for an arena, and boy, the fans are very excited, and it's a great hockey game.
I like those camera shots peering into Wendell Young's eyes. You can see the concentration. Rivers is knocked down. Bylsma is there. Chicago recovers. Molte. Nice crisp pass to Duffy. That first pass so important to get out of your zone. Harkins a shot. Save Defoe. Both goaltenders are sharp tonight. Rolacek in a battle. Rolacek, by the way, was given an assist in the Wiseman goal that made that addition. Harkins to the point. Duffy fires it up high. All the way to the near side. 1:37 to go in the period. Period number 2. Chicago leads 2-1. Young leaves it for Duffy. Roberts, Malte, cross ice to Rolacek. Rolacek will dump it in.
Well, I tell you, I'm really impressed, JP, with the way Rolacek's come out. Hasn't played in over about a month and a half almost, and he's come out here tonight and done a great job.
Davidson in the steal, and he walks in the backhander, and he missed it up. Unlucky for Lee Davidson, who has not missed much lately. Neutralized Rivers. That could have been a big goal. But give credit to Davidson on that steal, and as he walked in, and now sticks are high, Berglund and Chapman. That's a bad trade for Chicago. Berglund's more valuable than Chapman to his team. I didn't see how it started. I don't know if you did.
I think Berglund and Chapman had a little bit of something going the last couple of shifts. And right there, McDonald jumps in, and then everybody's in there right there. Chapman, 280 minutes in penalty last year. Davidson picks up the puck right here, and he makes a great move, and he's got Defoe down and out. And he just loses the puck right there, JP. Golden opportunity right there. On the backhand, the puck flips up as he brings it over, and he just loses it off the end of his stick. That would have been a huge goal with about 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in the second period, and they would have been up by 2 going into the third.
No penalties were called. Now we're seeing boxes open.
Well, there's Brian Chapman right there.
McDonald?
He's a tough character. Him and Kevin McDonald both going into the box here. Chapman, as I said, 280 minutes in penalties last year, so here's Berglund and him jawing at each other, and there comes Big Mac in there, as he always does, looking after his teammates. And I tell you, Kevin McDonald, the ultimate team player right there. You know, McDonald, he played for 3 seasons here in Phoenix, and he's the all-time penalty minute leader with the Phoenix Roadrunners, so he was a definite fan favorite, got a big hand when he came in and announced in the starting lineup here tonight. Always good to see a guy like that get some recognition.
You know, until the replay, I never even saw him jump in there. I assumed that it was Berglund and Chapman the whole way when all the bodies got in.
Oh, well, Berglund, you know, Tim Berglund's a great hockey player, but, you know, he's not, he wears a shield. And he's not the kind of guy that fights. He does a lot of other things. So certainly right there, he's just not going to fight with the big guy there.
Coming up in between periods, it's our shortened intermission with stats and highlights since we're on tape delay tonight. It's 2-1, Chicago leading it. A high stick penalty was called on McDonald, and a cross-check penalty was called the other way on Chapman. So they're both out. They both went to the locker room.
Well, last minute here, 4-on-4 hockey, so lots of room, 59 seconds. It's very important right here that the Wolves don't take any chances and get caught on an odd man situation and give up a goal late in the period right here.
Look at the concentration on these guys. Compared to last night, this is like totally different. 360 degrees.
It's absolutely night and day difference between the way they played last night and this evening.
Big shot from the point, caught, and then lost by Defoe. Behind the net, Snell. Coming away with 47 seconds left in the period. 4-on-4 hockey, a lot of open ice here. And it favors that better skating side, so Chicago have to be awake. Brown to Snell. Wilson. Again, you know, we're not seeing Perreault here. I'm wondering if they're hiding an injury. Now I see him. But he hasn't had that much ice time. Not like usual.
No, he certainly hasn't. Maybe I think he's getting tired out.
I didn't see him. He was over the near boards, but this whole game, Brown and Perreault get so much ice time, and for a while they were going quite a bit without playing. There's Perreault right there.
Right here, Maltese comes down the wing. Wiseman drops it off, and Wiseman elects to take the shot. And actually a great play, because you can see Maltese going right in towards the net. Any kind of rebound, and he's right on the doorstep.
I guarantee you Wiseman has more shots in this game than any game he's had all year. He doesn't get a lot of shots, and his percentage is low, but he doesn't take a lot. And tonight, he's still passing the puck, but there was one play that I think about even more than the goals when the puck went behind the net. He came around, it was his intent to shoot it on goal, and in all the other games that we've seen him play, his first thought is to pass it. He's showing aggressiveness, but granted, he's got the 2 goals. Malte looking on. Crowley fires, and it's wide. 14 seconds left. Second period. Chicago trying to take the lead into the locker room. Long shot. Wendell Young loves it. He knows time is running out. A psychological lift for Chicago because they started this period off so poorly, and yet they rebounded and dominated period number 2 against the Phoenix Roadrunners here on the road. When we come back into the third period, it'll still be 4-on-4 hockey for minute 1, but if you like goaltending, folks, then you gotta love this hockey game. Wendell Young, sensational. Same with Byron Defoe, and Chicago leads 2-1 after 2. This is Wolves Hockey. Come back with us on Sports Channel.
Don't you wish we could just do this to air pollution? In a way we can. If homes and industries, power plants and vehicles would just switch to natural gas. Clean, economical, natural gas. Think what we'll save.
Here comes Eaves as he crosses the blue line. We're trading a goal. Deke shoots, score!
A lot of kids in attendance here tonight. Tons of them. And he has it to Charles. Look out below. Alley-oop to Rowe. Lou Rowe. Showtime, baby. The board will see a slam. Oh, good one. Brunson, alley-oop to Kellogg for 3. He hits it. Inside Camby. With the slam. He got it. Oh, follow the play. Hey! Hey! What Bull fans want?
What Bulls fans want?
Bulls, Hawks, Sounds. Sports Channel. What fans want.
Tonight's Wolves game is also being brought to you in part by Northern Illinois Gas, proud sponsor of the Chicago Wolves Zamboni, fueled by clean-burning natural gas. Thanks to 2 goals tonight by Brian Wiseman, the Chicago Wolves have a 2-1 lead over the Phoenix Roadrunners. We have completed 2 periods of hockey. Welcome back, everyone, to a